What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Let's dive into our first news. Arman recently shared his thoughts on Ilia, saying that the undefeated featherweight champion hasn't truly been tested inside the UFC just yet. During a recent interview, Arman expressed that while Ilia has been impressive, the level of competition he's faced so far doesn't reflect what it means to be tested against elite fighters who are in their prime. Arman stated that many of Ilia's opponents were either past their peak or coming off difficult stretches in their careers. He explained that Ilia's most recent fight against Alexander Volkanovski came when Volk had already been through a lot of wars, including multiple fights with Islam and Max Holloway. According to Arman, by the time Ilia faced him, Volk wasn't at his physical or mental best. He also mentioned that fighters like Holloway, while still dangerous, are now competing more for the love of the sport and big paydays rather than being in their absolute prime years. Arman made it clear that he believes Ilia hasn't yet fought anyone who represents the full challenge of an active, hungry, top-tier fighter. He said, "I think Ilia hasn't fought anyone who's truly on form right now. He needs to fight someone like me or Islam, someone who can wrestle, someone who's active and at their peak." He continued by saying that if Ilia can get past fighters like him and Islam, then he'll truly earn recognition as one of the best fighters in UFC history. Arman's confidence shows he's not just calling out Ilia for attention, but genuinely believes he can expose holes in his game. He praised Ilia's striking and composure, but insisted that he hasn't yet faced the kind of relentless pressure that comes with elite grapplers like himself or Islam. Arman's comments have stirred up plenty of conversation among fans, many of whom now wonder what a matchup between him and Ilia would look like. One thing is for sure, Arman is ready to prove that Ilia's reign has yet to face its biggest test. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news, Sean O'Malley has openly admitted that he used to study Conor's press conferences and even called himself a Conor wannabe. During a recent episode of the Bro Malley podcast, the former bantamweight champion revealed that he would watch Conor's press appearances on repeat, trying to learn how to speak with that same confidence and charisma. He said that Conor was such a character, someone who completely changed the sport, and that fans often forget how special that era truly was. O'Malley explained, "We're going to look back in 20 years when everyone's a little older and realize how crazy it was that we got to witness the Conor era. He's a freak, man. The way he promoted fights, the energy he brought to every press conference, it was unreal." He went on to say that even though he now has his own style, he can't deny that a lot of his confidence came from watching how Conor carried himself. O'Malley shared that he would rewatch clips of Conor promoting fights, including his appearances for bare-knuckle events like BKFC. "Bro, I used to watch those on repeat," he said. "Sometimes I'd see him hyping up a fight or talking trash to fighters, and I'd go back and rewatch it again. I thought it was so stupid sometimes when he said certain things, but at the same time, I was jealous. I wished I could talk like that." He just had that natural ability to own the room. He recalled one moment in particular saying, "There was this time when Conor was talking at a bare-knuckle event. I didn't even know who the fighters were, but the way he was talking to them had everyone hooked. He said something like, 'If he loses, you're out,' or whoever won would have to fight him, the real boss. I thought it sounded dumb at first because I knew he wasn't actually going to do it, but then I realized that's what makes him Conor. Even when it sounds ridiculous, people listen. He makes you believe it's possible." O'Malley laughed about how Conor's wild confidence still motivates him today. "It gets me excited, man," he said. "The possibilities, the energy, that feeling like anything can happen. That's what he brought to the sport." He added that while some people might mock him for admiring Conor so much, he doesn't care because studying those moments helped him grow into the showman he is today. For Sean O'Malley, it wasn't just about copying Conor. It was about learning how to connect with fans and build something bigger than just fighting. Moving on to another news, the much-anticipated Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis super fight has officially been called off just days before fight night. No official reason has been provided by Netflix or Most Valuable Promotions, but the cancellation follows a recent statement from MVP that they were investigating allegations stemming from a civil trial involving Davis. Fans who purchase tickets will automatically receive refunds through their original point of purchase within the next 14 to 21 days. Following the cancellation, Jake Paul's team immediately began reaching out to potential replacements to keep the event alive. Among those contacted were Nate Diaz, Francis Ngannou, and Ryan Garcia. However, Garcia was unavailable, and now Ngannou has officially turned down the offer to step in. Speaking to TMZ, Ngannou revealed the details of the conversation with Paul's business partner Nakisa Badarian. Ngannou said, "Yes, Nakisa reached out the other day and told me they needed a replacement for Gervonta. After listening, I just wasn't getting it. I was confused. I wasn't expecting that call at all. I told him, 'No, bro, come on. "Don't disrespect me like that," he continued. They even came back and asked, "What if the numbers are good?" But I told them it's not about the numbers. If it was, we could have started talking. I just made it clear I'm not interested. It makes no sense for me right now. Ngannou expressed disbelief at how the matchup could even make sense, saying, "How can they go from Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou?" Gervonta is an incredible boxer and a one-shot knockout artist, but come on, we are completely different fighters. It makes no sense at all. For me, stepping into something like that doesn't fit my goals at this stage. The heavyweight powerhouse is currently focused on his journey in boxing after impressive showings against Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Despite the business appeal, he believes fighting Jake Paul would not be a step forward in his career. "It's just not what I'm looking at right now," Ngannou emphasized. The failed attempt to bring Ngannou on board leaves Jake Paul and his team scrambling for a new opponent on extremely short notice. With the event already facing backlash and confusion among fans, the pressure is on most valuable promotions to announce a new plan soon. As of now, the fight night remains uncertain, and many are waiting to see how the YouTube star's camp will recover from this sudden shakeup. Moving on to another news, Alex Pereira recently made a trip to Milan, Italy, where he visited the legendary AC Milan stadium and met global soccer superstar Zlatan Ibrahimović. Pereira, who's been enjoying some well-earned downtime between fights, looked thrilled as he spent time chatting and taking pictures with one of football's all-time greats. The meeting between the two elite athletes quickly went viral, showing mutual respect between the UFC champion and the soccer icon. Pereira wasn't traveling alone on this trip. He was accompanied by Nina Drama, who has been helping him improve his English language skills over the past few months. During their travels, Pereira decided to surprise Nina with an incredible gift, a brand new Rolex watch. In a video shared online, Nina can be seen excitedly reacting as Pereira hands her the luxury timepiece. She smiles and says, "Alex, give me the Rolex," to which Pereira playfully responds, "I will, real 5. Nina won Rolex. Both laugh as she proudly shows off the watch, while Pereira jokes with fans saying, "Don't be jealous." The moment perfectly captured Pereira's fun and generous side outside the octagon. As Nina teased him about being a good student, Pereira thanked her for being a great teacher and helping him gain confidence in speaking English. Their chemistry and lighthearted exchange added to the charm of the video, showing a more personal side of the usually stoic UFC champion. Moving on to another news, Chael Sonnen believes there's a clear path for Islam Makhachev to finally step out of Khabib's shadow and create a legacy that stands entirely on its own. Speaking on the latest episode of the Good Guy Bad Guy show, Sonnen explained that if Islam moves up and captures the welterweight title, it would be a defining moment that separates his accomplishments from Khabib's. He said that Islam has already earned everything the hard way by cleaning out one of the toughest divisions in the sport, and now, with another belt in sight, he has a chance to do something truly special. Sonnen went on to say that this is what greatness in the sport is all about. Moving to another division, testing yourself against bigger opponents and proving that your dominance isn't limited to one weight class. He added that while Islam will never openly discuss it, there's an unspoken truth behind every great fighter's journey. If you don't want to live forever in someone else's shadow, you must do something that person never did. That's exactly the position Islam finds himself in right now. Sonnen made it clear that he doesn't think Islam is doing this to show up Khabib or to one-up his mentor. Instead, he believes Islam's focus is entirely on legacy. "I know inside that's not his motivation," Sonnen said. "He's not trying to outshine Khabib. But years from now, when his grandkids look back on his career, they'll have something to point to that's uniquely his. Something that sets him apart from Uncle Khabib." He also mentioned a recent interview where Islam was asked about whether it mattered to him to surpass Khabib's accomplishments. Sonnen quoted Islam's response saying, "Someone asked him, 'Does it matter for you?' And he said, 'What a stupid question. Khabib is my brother. I don't want to do anything better than him. We do this together, but this is for my legacy." According to Sonnen, that mindset perfectly captures who Islam really is: humble, loyal, and driven by personal growth rather than comparison. But at the same time, it's undeniable that the opportunity in front of him could mark a huge turning point in his career. If Islam captures the welterweight title, it won't just cement his place as one of the best fighters in the world. It will also ensure that his name stands tall on its own, right alongside but no longer behind Khabib. Moving on to another news, Ilia once again showed why he's considered one of the most dangerous and well-rounded fighters in the sport. In a recent video shared on social media, the lightweight champion was seen grappling with one of his training partners, and within just 30 seconds, he secured a slick submission finish. The clip quickly went viral, with fans praising Ilia's flawless technique and composure on the mat. From the moment the roll began, Ilia controlled the pace, using perfect positioning and smooth transitions to trap his partner. Without wasting a single movement, he locked locked in a tight choke that forced an immediate tap. It was another reminder of just how complete his skill set has become. Whether it's striking, wrestling, or jiu-jitsu, Ilia continues to prove he's a level above the competition. The short video, set to background music, captured the intensity and precision that define his training sessions. Fans flooded the comments, calling him the future of MMA and a machine. For Ilia, this quick submission was just another day at the gym, but for everyone watching, it was a clear message that the champion is still sharpening every weapon in his arsenal. Moving on to another news, the UFC has officially released a statement following the betting scandal that shook the fight community yesterday. Reports first surfaced of suspicious activity surrounding the betting lines for the matchup between Isaac Dolgarin and Yadier Delvier. Soon after, multiple outlets began digging into the details, and it quickly became one of the most talked about stories of the week. Right after the initial report went live, Ariel Helwani addressed the situation on his show, breaking down what had been unfolding behind the scenes. According to Ariel, the UFC was fully aware of the situation before the fight and had given Dolgarin the option to continue competing. Isaac reportedly told the promotion that nothing unusual was happening and that he was good to go. Ariel mentioned that he reached out to several members of Dolgarin's team, and they were equally shocked by how everything played out, especially given that Dolgarin is considered a high-level fighter. Ariel expressed his disbelief that the UFC didn't simply pull the fight off the card. He argued that it wasn't a major matchup or a pay-per-view main event, so canceling it wouldn't have caused any real damage. Just pull the fight, he said, emphasizing that there's nothing in a fighter's contract preventing that from happening. According to him, if the promotion had removed the bout from the lineup, it would have avoided unnecessary controversy. Ariel clarified that he doesn't believe the UFC had any involvement in wrongdoing, and none of the information available suggests any form of corruption or manipulation. However, he stressed that if there are signs of suspicious betting patterns or unusual behavior, the safest move is always to pull the fight. It's not worth the risk, he said. This was a mid-tier fight on an Apex card, and yet the fallout could be massive. Later that afternoon, the UFC issued an official statement through journalist Aaron Bronstetter. The promotion said, like many professional sports organizations, UFC works with an independent betting integrity service to monitor wagering activity on our events. Our betting integrity partner, IC3, monitors wagering on every UFC event and is conducting a thorough review of the facts surrounding the Dolgarin versus Delvier bout on Saturday, November the 1st. We take these allegations very seriously, and along with the health and safety of our fighters, nothing is more important than the integrity of our sport. The organization made it clear that they are cooperating fully with IC3 and will act based on the findings of the ongoing review. The UFC's quick response signals their intent to maintain transparency and protect the sport's credibility. As of now, both fighters and their teams are under observation, and fans across the MMA world are waiting to see what comes next as this betting controversy continues to unfold. Moving on to another news, Ariel Helwani has made a shocking revelation about fighters in the UFC being approached to throw fights for money. During his MMA show, Helwani explained that this issue is far from isolated. He said he has spoken to several people who have either experienced this directly or know of others who have been offered money to lose on purpose. According to him, multiple fighters have told him they were approached by individuals asking, "Are you interested in throwing a fight for a certain amount of dollars?" Helwani stated that all signs are pointing to this being a much bigger issue than many realize. He even suggested that this could be connected to the case involving fighter Derek Menner, saying that what happened there might be part of a larger pattern. Helwani didn't reveal specific names beyond that, but he made it clear that this isn't a rumor or a one-time thing. It's something that's actually happening and becoming a serious concern for the UFC. He warned that the organization could face major problems if these incidents continue or if more fighters come forward with similar experiences. Helwani also pointed out how the situation becomes even more alarming when you consider some of the strange and questionable refereeing decisions seen in recent fights. He emphasized that he hasn't been directly told that referees are involved, but he said it's hard not to let your mind wander in that direction, given how odd some recent officiating moments have been. He explained that certain fight outcomes and referee calls just don't make sense, and when viewed alongside these new claims, they raise serious doubts about the integrity of the sport. According to Helwani, it's extremely easy to manipulate fights in subtle ways, and what makes it even worse is that this kind of thing has been seen happening right in front of everyone. He said the fact that this can happen in broad daylight without immediate detection shows just how fragile the system really is. Helwani's statement has caused a huge stir in the MMA world, difficult, as fans and insiders now question how deep these problems might go and what it could mean for the future of the UFC if the issue continues to grow unchecked. Moving on to another news, more UFC fighters have come forward confirming that they were approached and offered money to throw fights. This growing concern has shaken the MMA community, as several athletes are now publicly speaking about their experiences. 11-fight UFC veteran Vince Morales was one of the first to admit he had been approached about taking a dive. He took to social media, writing, "All this throwing the fight stuff is crazy. I've been approached about doing it, and it's not something I could live with, even though I ended up losing the damn fight anyways." When a fan asked how much he had been offered, Morales replied, "Pennies, considering how big of a deal it is. $70,000. Shortly after his post, UFC strawweight Vanessa Demopoulos also decided to break her silence. She tweeted, "Yeah, people have approached me to throw fights also. My integrity could never. We've spent our lives learning skills and honoring this sport. I can't believe people compromise their morals like this." Her statement quickly gained attention from fighters and fans, who praised her for speaking out about the dark side of the industry. UFC veteran Lando Venata also shared his experience, revealing that he too had been offered money multiple times to fix fights. Venata stated, "I was approached 7 times to throw a fight. My record reflects my integrity." His revelation shocked many, highlighting how widespread this issue might be. These confessions paint a disturbing picture of what some fighters face behind the scenes, with unethical figures trying to manipulate outcomes for betting advantages. As more fighters come forward, the discussion around fight integrity continues to grow. Many within the MMA world believe this could lead to serious investigations and stricter regulations to protect the credibility of the sport. With these alarming stories now surfacing publicly, it's clear that the problem runs deeper than anyone previously thought. UFC fighters standing their ground and refusing these offers are being praised for upholding the honor and respect that the sport demands. That's it from MMA Pulse News. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.